morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. As if, again, things do not go from bad to worse. I'm going to read to you what naturalnews.com has. I had Brother Austin down in South Carolina sent me this particular news link, and I want you to listen very closely. You have to understand the FDA, the FTC, anything that has to do with being a government agency is not in your best interest. Listen to this now. Listen to this. North Carolina bill threatens to criminalize naturopaths, homeopaths, herbalists, midwives, aromatherapists as felons. You know the reason why? Because you cannot make money off a sick population. They have used chemical and synthetic drugs along with their radiation and all this other stuff, and people are not getting healed. So more and more people are turning to the natural way because that's where our body comes from, the earth, not this chemically induced earth that we have today. Before I get into this article, let us ask ourselves a real question. Sure, we have civilization, and of course, there are a lot of modern day conveniences that make it easy for our flesh. But let's be truthful here for a moment. Let's ask ourselves a real viable question. Is this land better off before the Europeans got here, or is it worse off now? Which one was it? Which one is it? That's a question we need to ask ourselves. Because I actually think that the land was better off before the Europeans got here. Now it's toxic. The environment is toxic. We've been sprayed by chemtrails. Everything we use is either synthetic or chemical. Nothing's natural anymore. Our water's polluted. The land's polluted. We can't even grow natural food anymore because, anyway, let me just go on here for a second. Let me read you part of this article. Look what it says. Natural News. Alternative health practitioners in North Carolina and their patients need your help to defeat a stealth bill that flew under the radar of most everyone in the natural health community. Senate Bill 31, which clarifies the penalties for the unauthorized practice of medicine. See, that's the difference right there. Anything that comes from the earth is not medicine. Did you hear what I said? It is not medicine. Essentially, criminalizes the practice of unlicensed forms of medicine. See, now that's how you know that we're in a police state. That's how you know that we're a bunch of communists. Show me your papers for everything. You can't even go out and do nothing where you have, you know, they tell us we have freedoms. They tell us that we have liberties in the country. But let me tell you something. Your freedoms and your liberties exist for your God-given right to just live and breathe. And that's the truth. You're not granted your freedoms and liberties by a state, a secular government that's trying to tell you and trying to play God for you and tell you what is true and what's not. You're going to have to determine what that freedom is on your own. You're going to determine how much you're going to submit to a tyrannical government gone crazy, mad, and just literally insane. All right, let's get back into this article for a second. Unlicensed forms of medicines, which includes the work of many naturopaths, homeopaths, and herbalists, aromatherapists, and even some midwives in the state. The bill was adopted by a judiciary committee in early March, and it recently passed the North Carolina Senate. You hear that? It actually passed the North Carolina Senate. I keep telling you over and over again, I don't care what state in the union you're in. We have taxation without representation. These people do not represent the people as a whole. They could care less about the people as a whole. The people are going to have to just start determining what is truth for themselves. That's the reason why you must have a biblical background and understand what this is about. Why do you think they killed Jesus? They killed Jesus because he proclaimed to be a king. So the Roman government, along with the Jews of the day, had him killed. And so what do you think that is opposing us today? This beast system is making causes. He's causing all, both great and small, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead that no man might buy or sell, say that he had the mark. You see, so that's what's going on. So they're trying to force. This beast is not going to stop pushing. So it's time for the people to start pushing back, to exercise your rights, your freedoms, and your liberties, regardless of what they say. And that's the truth. Look what it says right here. It says that now the North Carolina House is set to vote on the bill tonight, and unless North Carolina Governor Bill Perdue vetoes it, the practice of natural medicine for many in North Carolina may soon become a more severe criminal offense. Can you imagine? You choose to take responsibility for your own health, for your own care, and for your own nature and your own family, and they want to force you into their chemically toxic induced society to comply with whatever they say, regardless of what you think. And and you call that freedom? United States Communist Socialists of America. United States no different than Mao, no different than Hitler. All our politicians, none of them, no different whatsoever at all. That's why your liberties and freedoms exist, because you exist, and the Most High Yah has given you the breath to exist. Senate Bill 31 states that anyone who practices medicine or surgery without having been first licensed and registered to do so will be guilty of a Class 1 felony. Class 1 felonies in North Carolina are the least severe kind of felonies, but they do include things like burning crosses on private and public property and sexual exploitation of children. So if passed, Senate Bill 31 essentially will make those practices alternative medicines without an official state sanctioned license and permit criminals of the like of sexual predators and cross burners. Of course, then they say you can go on and you can read this bill. See what I'm talking about? Again, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of the world, this is a beast system. A beast system. It's we the people against the governments of this world and the system. You better wake up, because many of you, as long as you keep submitting to whatever they say, God, hey, government is not God. You understand that? I understand that very clearly. Whoo, boy, we're in for some serious, extraordinary times, and that's the truth. You better take responsibility for your own health. Forget these pigs and these lying dogs. That's the truth, and that is the truth straight way. The rest of the link of the article is listed down below. Go check it out. Read it for yourself. Pass this video around. Warn everybody you know. See, they don't want you. They don't want you healthy. They have you dependent upon them. It's remarkable, isn't it? Is it not amazing? Come out of her, my people.